Hi everyone, welcome back to Eastwick Cottage Garden. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. So today we are going to take care of some things in the garden. It is Friday evening. Today has been about 80 some degrees. It was really lovely this morning. It was in the 60s and very dry, and it was breezy. It was really, really nice. Right now it's a little bit more humid, but there is a breeze and the shade is really, really lovely. So there are some things that I need to get done today because we're supposed to be getting storms this weekend. I did possibly order some plants, which were delivered between last Friday and this past Wednesday. And I would like to show you what we got. So this is the, winding down for the last planting of the, early summer, late spring, early summer. And I want to just get these things in the ground and then enjoy the garden for the next few months into, late September, early October until we start winding down again and doing garden cleanup. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to do a little bit of a walk around because some of the plants I placed in the garden spaces just so I could spend a couple of days seeing if that's really where I wanted them. And then in my plant hoard area, the plants from Bluestone Perennials are still there. So I'll show you what we got with that. And we're going to just see what we can get done today. So we're going to start back here in the back orchard bed. To see what we've gotten here. So in this bed, I'm putting in 4, which might be optimistic. They are a coreopsis or tick seed. I'll get the tag for you. So it's little bang candy stripes. So I think this would be very pretty. It's a similar, it's much smaller, but it's a similar shape to the cherry brandy rudbeckia, but it's a much lighter color with the yellow eye. So I think we could see this from a distance. I think that would be pretty, put a little bit of a bright aspect in this area. And so they get to be about 8 inches to 12 inches tall and 12 to 18 inches wide. So I have 4 of them to kind of fill in the space here towards the edge of the bed. They are deciduous, they're herbaceous, so they will die back in the fall. But the liriope is evergreen, and the Osmanthus party lights is evergreen, and the coral jade sedum, that might last into the winter. So the only thing that really will be going away is the rudbeckia and the coreopsis. So I think that that would be a nice aspect for this area. So these I'm going to try to plant first, I think, because this one in the corner here is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to do some trimming on the honeysuckle here because this is going to be a little tricky to get to in that corner. So coming around, what else did we get? What else did we get? Just walking through. So for the deck steps beds, I really, really like the fresco apricot echinacea. So I got 2 more for each side. I think it would be really pretty in front of the Tiny Wine 9 bark and behind the little rose bush. This rose bush isn't going to get very tall. It'll be about 1 to 2 feet tall and potentially and wide. So you'll be able to see the echinacea behind it. So just if you guys aren't familiar with what it looks like, I'm going to come over here and show you what we're working with because I have some others in the garden space here. So this is, we had all the storms, and so I need to come and trim all these back. Okay, come on. So this right here is what the fresco apricot echinacea looks like, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And you can see this very big bloom. It's my hand. It's very big. It's a triple bloom. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to have that in front in, turn around, say hi to Riley. Hi, Riley. In the deck steps bed here. So I'm going to have the 3 sitting here on this side, and then the 3 on this side. So coming back, I'll try to move slowly, and so coming back into, it feels really good back here, it's so cool. Coming back into the woodland garden area, I got 2 heucherellas, and this is my first time with a heucherella. I usually do heucheras, but if you guys aren't familiar, a heucherella is a cross between a heuchera and a tiarella. So this is what it's called. It's called butter rum, and it gets to be 7 to 10 inches tall, and I don't know what the width is. I'll have to see what the width is. It doesn't say on here, but they spread out pretty big. And then it has we'll shoot up a flower spike. You can see this is a spent one here, but it can add a little bit of brightness to this back corner, and it's similar in color to the carnival coffee bean that we have here. I put these back here, I guess on Wednesday, and I've been enjoying what I can see from a distance in this area. I do have some sad news to report. I'm sorry to report that I believe we have lost our bloomstruck hydrangea. So I ordered the viburnum to replace it, and hopefully that will be coming in the next week or so. And then we will see what we can do with that. But I might try another hydrangea later. I know that the hydrangea, my little lime hydrangea, is doing incredibly well. So I might have to maybe stick with the panicles for now. But anyway, that is what is the status of our poor bloomstruck hydrangea. So over here, coming into our plant hoard area, okay, so in this box here, I have Veronica white wands, and so I have 5 of those. So 3 are going in the front garden space, and 2 are going in the orchard bed. We also have Salvia lyrical blues. So those are going, I have 3 of those. Those are going to be replacing the midnight model Salvia that didn't quite do very well in the orchard bed. I also got Agasaki Paquito orange to add to the garden space in the immersive garden. And I got some Paquito yellow Agasaki that are in here to add to the orchard bed over here on this side to bring some yellow down towards this end. And because they're kind of feathery and wispy, it shouldn't be very overpowering, but it'll kind of give you a hint of yellow until you get back to the beautiful yellow of the Coronation Gold yarrow. So those are the plants we've gotten in, and I'm going to try to get them all on the ground today. We will see what we can get accomplished today before the sun goes down. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the next area. I'm not sure if you could see. All right, it's time to put the, just swallowed a bug, disgusting. Okay, not sure if you can see in this area, but these are not doing well. These salvia here are not doing well. So I'm going to move them somewhere else just to see, if they survive. I think I'm going to put them in some pots for now until I can figure out another place in the garden to put them. They need sun. And considering possibly the maple bed does get some sun and it doesn't really have any blue in it for this time of the year, after the muscari fade away. So I'm thinking about putting them there, but I'm going to pot them up for now. See if I could fit these in this 1 gallon cans here. Pot them up and then see what we can do with them. And then put the other ones in their place. It was a big full plant and this is all we have left. So it's time for a redo. With the other ones over here that I also got from Bluestone Perennials look amazing. I want to take you over there real quick so you can see. See, these are the ones from Bluestone Perennials. They were exactly the same size as the ones I'm going to plant now when I planted them, and they look fantastic. And they were planted later in the season as well. Not sponsored, I just really like their plants. Now for the Veronica white ones in this area. So I'm going to put one here. I know it might seem like it's going to be crowded. This rose is pretty much at full size. It's not going to get much bigger than that. That's it. And the dianthus might get a little bit bigger, but I think that's all that we're going to get from that. And it fades away in the summer. In the heat of the summer, it doesn't really bloom a whole lot. So I want some white still in this area. And then, roses do what roses do. They fade in and out of color. So we have one bloom on there now, and we have one bloom on the dianthus. But I want more consistent white color in this flower bed. So I'm going to add just two Veronica white ones for now. One here and then one in front of the lavender down at the end of the bed. And hopefully we can get some consistent white color to kind of because there's a lot of green down here. We added some blue with the cat's pajamas. No, sorry, the Walker's Low catmint. But it's not like a super blue, but we do have the salvia that we just planted, which is a deep blue, and this salvia actually has blue calyxes as well, so it'll be blue all the time, even when the flowers are spent. So that will be nice, and then we'll have the yellow from the Agasaki Paquito Butter Yellow, so to bring more of a different color light tone. Before we get to the yarrow, I want to put the one white wands here, so that's what we're going to do. I talked about the coconut pots before, but you can see these are already starting to root out. They look lovely and green, and they have some flower stalks on them already. And so I guess I should tell you the Agasaki Pequito Butter Yellow, it is full sun to partial shade, and it's 10 to 12 inches tall, and they say to plant it 16 inches apart. And then the Salvia Lyrical Blues, it's full sun to partial shade, and it's 24 inches tall, and it says to plant it 24 inches apart. And then we have the Veronica White Wands, aka Speedwell, and that is full sun to partial shade, and it's 14 to 16 inches tall, and it says to plant 18 inches apart. It should be a nice complementary to the rose and the dianthus. It's going to be coming up later than the dianthus is, because the dianthus is more in spring. So just going to be a progression of white color in this area. So it'll be a nice full bushy mound of white. And it's not a dense white, it's more like a wispy white. So you should be able to see through it. So that would be nice as well. So I might be hitting some bulbs in this area too, but that I already know. Because I have some spring, the woodland blend. So there might be some in here, but that's okay. So I'm going to get these two in the ground, see how many roots we hit. So how do you guys store your tags? Do you keep them for your plants? What's your system? I put them in a Ziploc bag, inside of a Ziploc bag. So each garden area has its own Ziploc bag, and then they all go in one big Ziploc bag. So like I put each garden area is like a quart size Ziploc bag, and then I have a gallon size that I put everyone in. What system do you guys use? Or do you not store your tags? I have to keep mine because I forget what I have. I like that even in the sun is going down, but you can still kind of see the coloring. I like that. And I don't think we hit any bulbs, which is great. Okay, so we are done for the day. I'll tell you, this netting comes in handy because it keeps the gnats away, especially this time of day. So they're around me again. Anyway, I have no idea what I look like. So apologize if I look a little bit crazy. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to see everything that we got done today. And hopefully we could continue on tomorrow. So, but I want to see what we did today as the sun is going down. You can see it goes down over that side. So let's see what we did. Okay, so in this grape border, orchard border area, we planted the 3 Pequito Butter Yellow right here, here, and here. So as you're coming down the path, I'm backing up, coming down the path, you'll get a kiss of yellow before you get to the big yellow here. So I think that would be nice. It'll be just a little kiss of yellow, just a little bit, as a kind of like a nod to what's to come. And in this area here, you can see, I'll zoom in here, there's more of the strawberry and cream echinacea showing. So I'm happy about that. Just coming through the flower bed. So in this area here, we replaced the 3 Midnight Model Salvia with Lyrical Blues Salvia here. So we'll see what happens with that to add a dark blue interest in here. And then we planted this one Veronica White Wands here to give some white to this area as the dianthus, key lime pie, and the popcorn drift rose are fading out. So, and I need to figure out where to put the other white wands, but we'll come to that in a bit. Just going through the flower bed here, just want to heading back into the actual orchard area. I wanted to also pick some black raspberries, but that didn't happen, so hopefully that'll be on the agenda tomorrow. You see that I don't know if I talked about this in another video, I netted this to keep the birds. I think I said I was going to. I actually did do it. Netted this to keep the birds away, and I don't know if I can get in here. Let's see if it zooms in. You can see all of the black raspberries forming up. So excited about that. So it's covered in raspberries, so I'm excited to see what we get. And I've been nibbling on them, and of course they're not totally ripe yet, but they're really good. So they're going to be even better as they sweeten up and plump up. So, okay, and in this area we planted the four actually, Little Bang Candy Stripes Coreopsis. So we planted 4 of these in this area, so that should give a little brightness in this area and a little more red in this area. But this looks amazing. This is so beautiful. It's like velvet. It's so gorgeous. It is the cherry brandy rudbeckia. Absolutely gorgeous. And I can see it from the window, so that's even better. Heading into the orchard area, I did a little bit of weeding in the yard. They have those, I don't know, they're like really tall. It's a weed, but it's like a really tall dandelion. Do you guys know what those are called? Anyway, what happens is the lawnmower, for the guy that cuts my grass, the lawnmower is too high to cut them down because, as you see, the people that have been around for a while know I don't have grass. I have the EPA came in, and this is the result of it. Anyway, everybody in the neighborhood's grass looks the same. So the weeds that popped up, one of them is this dandelion, this tall dandelion, and what happens is it was a whole lot worse before, but that tool that you saw me use, it's a Groot paw, and it's wonderful for pulling weeds out. I'll put a link in, I'll link my accessibility video in there, and I show you about that. It's really good, especially if you can't bend down, and if it hurts to dig, you just step on it and pull the weeds out. And then there's a trigger mechanism on it that it just releases the weed, and it's wonderful. But what happens is that Riley, you can see his lead here. There's Riley. You can see his lead, so his lead gets caught on the taller mounds, and then he gets stuck and he can't move, and that's not good. So I try to pull them out as I can so that he can, move around in the yard. So in this area, it's dark, it's really dark. We planted the heucherella, and they are the butter rum heucherella. So we will see what happens with these. But very excited to get them in the ground and to kind of fill in some more of this area in this woodland garden area. I just want it to be kind of wild and woolly and no mulch, just, ivy that I do trim back. I actually had the guys, when they cut the grass, cut out this area here. And I just cut this area out for the ivy because it was growing where I didn't want it. And so anyway, I just try to trim it down when I can. But I just want it to be natural, ground cover, and it's just really cool back here. It's just really nice. That's what we got done in this area. Okay guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys are doing well and safe, and the holiday weekend's coming up, so just be safe, and I hope you have a good time with your family and friends and in celebration. And I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for all of the likes and the shares and the subscriptions. Welcome to all the new people. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, my name is Tracy, and I garden in a 1/4 acre urban lot in southeast Pennsylvania, and these are the chronicles of my gardening journey. So welcome to watching the video if you're new, and I hope that you consider subscribing. But thank you all for all of your support and your suggestions and your help. It's wonderful. So I hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.